Hello everybody, and welcome to your Venus into Virgo tarot reading. Venus moved into Virgo on July 9th or 10th, just depending on where you live in the world, and will remain there until August 5th, 2018. I have created timestamps for each sign, and for those of you who are very interested in the interactive option, we have the Wicca Oracle, the Madame Endora Fortune cards, and the Wisdom of the House of the Night Oracles. So if you require further guidance or clarity, just decide which one of these decks you are feeling most drawn to and click on the timestamp for that after your tarot reading. So I'm going to give a little bit of information about Venus moving into Virgo. If you are not interested in that, feel free to click on the timestamp for your reading. But for those of you who are, Virgo is the 6th house, which is, you know, our day-to-day stuff, our routines, our duty area in life, to the world, our health, our service to others, charity, you know, all of that sort of energy. And with Venus moving there, you know, Venus being the ruler of the 2nd house and 7th house, which 2nd house is finances, assets, and, you know, indulgence, things like that. And 7th house is all about our significant and long-term relationships. So for some of you, Venus moving into Virgo is going to bring a huge focus to those two areas over these next couple weeks, where you might find a lot of motivation and enthusiasm and excitement and energy to make improvements in those two areas of your life, because Virgo is a very hard working energy. It sees all the fine details, it understands what needs to be done, and it's not going to take shortcuts, all right? It's going to do everything to the letter to ensure a proper harvest, because Virgo, the season of Virgo, is in that harvest period, right? So these next few weeks, you can really take this Virgo energy that Venus is offering you and clean up many areas of your life. You know, everybody's natal chart is different, so your motivation and focus is going to be different. And with all this retrograde and eclipse energy, this may be a much more heightened sense within you, a need to like self-improve. Some of you, this could be all about your physical health. You want to make some sort of big improvement and change in that area of your life, or you might start coming into knowledge and information about your body and what it needs. And, you know, it sounds elementary, but, you know, even now to this day, I'm still learning a lot of different things about herbs and how they help us, and you know, because I'm trying to get away from Western medicine, so I'm learning about, you know, herbs and things, more of a holistic approach, and I'm actually having pretty good success with that. So, you know, what we're trying to change, what routines we're trying to change in our life, the way we're trying to expand ourselves is different for each and every one of us. Some of you may start feeling a bigger desire to contribute in a different way to humanity or give back in a different way than you are right now. So again, this will affect everybody differently. So I will start with Sagittarius. And if you are a different sign, go ahead to your timestamp below. Hi, Sagittarius. How are you? Let's see which area of your life this Venus and Virgo energy is trying to assist you the most. Okay, so we have the 11th house. This energy for you guys is either really focused on your friendships, you know, especially because we have that 7th house for Venus ruling the 7th house of Libra. With this coming out for the area of your life, many of you are focused on your friendships, your relationships, like your social comings and goings. It's going to be very highlighted, and perhaps Sagittarius is starting to recognize who is part of their tribe and who really isn't, or there just might be this natural desire within you where you're like, you know what, these particular friends I'm just not vibing with anymore, or this social scene or this particular activity, it just isn't my thing, and you may seek out new friends with new interests, or new friends may just be naturally coming in as old friends are leaving due to the eclipse energy that we have now through the middle of August. Some of you with wishes and luck also being represented by this 11th house, you could be focused on that. You know, you might really start getting into the law of attraction, or just trying to elevate your own vibration because you want better luck, or you want some particular dream, goal, or wish to come true. So you're going about it in a different avenue, you know, because that Virgo energy has you really combing through all the fine details, and you're saying, oh, you know what, maybe if I try it this way, or maybe I could go about it this way. So for you guys, this Virgo energy is offering you a lot of support for this 11th house, okay? And making any sort of change or improvement to that. Bringing a big focus to that area as well through eclipse season. So, you know, check your eclipse season tarot reading if you have not watched that yet, that I put up earlier in the week, because I've just done too many readings since then. I don't remember if that was in your reading or not, the 11th house. But anyways, let's pull some tarot for you. All right, so we have the 5 of Coins, the 6 of Cups, and the 6 of Wands. Wow, so we have 5, 6, 6. So 5 and 6 would make an 11, right? Sagittarius, what I see here is, because the representation of energy of this card on this side is feeling guilty, feeling bad, feeling shameful, feeling very bothered by something that has happened. And here we have this attached to the 11th house. So you are feeling really bothered by the behavior of some really close friends. Like maybe you know some people that are doing some things on the low, you know, like you might have some mutual friends that are in relationships with other people, and then those two are hooking up and you know about it and you're really bothered by it. But with this, the 6 of Wands, yeah, I feel like that whatever it is, if that's, you know, something that's going on inside of you where you know somebody's secret and you can't tell it, but it really eats away at you, I feel like that's naturally coming to light through this eclipse season, and you won't have to worry about it. You won't have to carry that burden, because some of you, it's like, I feel very obligated to hold the secret, but on the other hand, you don't agree with what that secret is on any level, you know, but friends are friends, and there's secrets that I've held of people's that I'm not a fan of. But, you know, if somebody tells you something or you know something, sometimes it's better just to stay out of it and let the universe handle it, okay? Others of you, this could very well be where you have some friends coming back to you, apologizing to you as Sagittarius for, you know, things of the past, and really wanting to reconnect with you. But something else I see here, and this is for those of you that are really looking for your tribe, or you're just starting to become very aware of who's on your team and who's not, is those of you that have any sort of success, achievement, or a great accomplishment through this Virgo season, and with Venus in Virgo, pay attention to who's not excited for you and who's not clapping for you, because not everybody is. And they can give you some song and dance about, you know, oh, well, I've just been going through a lot, this, that, and the other. You know, and sometimes that's the case, but here's the thing, like, we're all going through something, right? Even if we're happy and life is good, like somewhere in our lives, every one of us is going through something. We're still growing somewhere. That's life. And so some of us are going through a lot deeper stuff than others. But, you know, if you've been there for somebody and you know, you've been their cheerleader and clapping for them, you know, unless they have just had some serious tragedies happen all the way around them, there's no reason why they shouldn't be able to be happy for you in a moment, okay? And the energy I'm picking up with this is more like somebody who doesn't even have anything wrong in their world. They're just not happy when they see anybody succeed, okay? And I don't think you have been very aware, like maybe to some degree, but like that person is really going to stand out to you and you're going to be like, yeah, no, I'm done with that. Well, see, there we go. Holy cow, look at that. What did I just say? This is your outcome. Perception beyond the veil of illusions. Yep. Sagittarius, just like I said, you are going to see the truth of who's in your tribe and who's not. If you're holding anybody's secrets, I really feel that you don't have to intervene whatsoever. It's like it's going to come to light naturally, okay? But overall, this Virgo energy from Venus is really, you know, changing your perception about your friendships and your goals and your wishes and how to obtain them. And you know what? I didn't even mention that, and I'm glad I see that now. Some of you, you know, it's like you've been working hard at something, and it's like I fail, and I just cannot get this right. Well, this energy being offered to you over the next few weeks, you know, could definitely bring about a new perception of the situation entirely, which brings you success, okay? So you have new ideas, new visions about where you're being blocked as far as your dreams and wishes go as well, okay? So Sagittarius, those are your messages. I am wishing you guys all the very best. Take care. Hello, Capricorn. How are you? Let's go ahead and see what area of your life this Venus Virgo energy is offering you the most assistance and support. Okay, so you guys have the 5th house. This, you know, is often associated with romance, but it's really about what makes your heart happy, what excites you, what you're proud of, what you create, you know, from an artistic place inside of you. This could also include romance, you know, just because that is an element that makes you happy, but it's also about your inner child, you know, your dreams, your goals, the imagination of endless possibilities. So you guys, it's this 5th house energy being highlighted, and we do have that new moon in Leo solar eclipse taking place on the 11th of August, and this Venus is in Virgo until August 5th, so there can be a correlation between those two energies, and this area of your life is where you have the energy for a lot of improvement. So if you haven't been happy, you know, and you don't know, you're just feeling kind of like listless, passionless, nothing's really exciting you, here's this burst of energy from Venus to reevaluate this, to open you to new ideas, okay? And maybe some of you have some creative talents that you're just not aware of. And I noticed just now, look at it is 3:33. I love it. So yeah, I feel like there's a connection taking place in Capricorn's energy about their happiness, about their passion, about their romance. If some of you have been like, bah humbug, I'm not romantic, there's not a romantic bone in my body, you might be rethinking that, you know, there's somewhere within you, there is some romantic energy, and Venus and Virgo might bring that forth and, you know, put that in your face with this being highlighted here. So, Many of you, though, this is, I feel, about like a talent, an artistic ability, something, the spark returning, going over plans. Okay, so we have the Two of Coins, the King of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. So, if this is like creative talent, ability, you know, with this pairing, it could be where, you know, you feel like somebody has stolen your idea or mimicked you or copied you somehow, some way. But with, you know, Virgo coming into this 5th house energy for you guys, with Venus, I don't know, that is so bizarre. Listen, okay, this is what I feel. If there is an opportunity that comes your way during this, you know, Virgo being in Venus, and it's something you really want, okay, it seems like a good thing to make money. It could be like you trying to get yourself published or sell your product somehow, some way. Listen, read the fine print of everything, because with this here, it's, you know, that's deception, that's thievery, that's something being shady. And so those of you where you're trying to sell your product or get published, or, you know, you're putting ideas out on the internet somehow, some way, be really mindful and careful of that, okay? Because with this Seven of Swords, there may be somebody who does not have your best interest at heart, okay? Maybe taking advantage of your ideas, your creative ability, and your talents. So really be mindful of that if that energy speaks to you, okay? For others of you, in the romantic arena, what I see here is either there's some unexpected opportunities showing up for you in that area, which might have you questioning, you know, should I step out? Should I give this a little taste? Should I give this a little sample? And that is not for all of you, obviously, okay? But I see that here for some of you. I'm sorry. And that could go the other way, where you are seeing some shady behavior, you know, from somebody you're dating, or it could be where you're just seeing some shady behavior, you know, through your friends, and they're dating, and what's going on there, you know, because the Seven of Swords on the side is, there's something that is just not quite right. But you guys sitting in this position, it's a very strong energy, okay? And it's like you have the upper hand here. So that's why I say some of you, it could be you stepping out, because you really look like you have the upper hand, like the opportunities are coming to Capricorn, all right? So there will be opportunities for you guys in romance, you know, things that maybe are fun or exciting, or if you're trying to sell a product or an idea or blog, you know, just be really careful. Make sure you have protected your product and your idea, and really don't sign anything unless you read the fine print. And if there's anything you're confused about, like, you get clarity. So let's see, overall outcome. All right, a jewel within a teardrop, appreciation, spiritual and emotional reconnection. All right, so this is good. This is good energy. Because this is the outcome, to me, this may be this, like, underhandedness may have been something that happened like prior to Virgo moving into Venus. And now that Virgo is in Venus, that's where, you know, all this stuff is coming to light. Like, the truth is manifesting itself. And, I don't know, you may have like some forgiveness here with somebody where you are reconnecting, and it's of the past. There was some sort of betrayal, okay, and now here they come back into your life, or you return back into their life. Could be a couple people for you, actually. And you know, there's an expression here of, I really, you know, what you bring, what you offer is irreplaceable. This could be in a romantic sense, but this could also be attached to whatever this creative ability, talent, idea, thing you're trying to market. It could be, you know, somebody you were working with in the past, and now here, you know, we are making amends. And this is talking about a connection that is much deeper going forward than it has been in the past, much more genuine, much more real, okay? And so Venus ruling the 2nd and 7th house, oh my gosh, 2 and 7. Look at that. Venus ruling the 2nd and 7th house, it's about money, it's about relationships, okay? And it's also attached to 5th house energy, happiness. So Capricorn, for you guys, this could very well be the return of money owed, karma coming in the positive sense in that 2nd house for you guys. And this 7th house, you know, of relationships long term, and that's all long term. That's business partnerships, that's friendships, that's lovers, that's family connections, okay? I know family is 4th house, but 7th house is relationships, and family is relationships, right? So there is some treachery of the past. And, you know, Venus moving into Virgo is bringing healing energy with, you know, Chiron has gone retrograde. So it's like healing to the 2nd house and the 7th house. Multiple options coming for some of you with the 2nd house energy. But whatever the relationship was, whatever the deception was there, that feels a little heavier to deal with. But jewel within a teardrop, it's happiness, it's reconnection, it's appreciation, it's understanding, okay? And that's attached to 5th house, your happiness. So I will end it there, Capricorn. It looks like a penance is coming for you guys, where the energy is balanced back and into your favor. Like I said, you appear to have the upper hand in this reading. So I will leave it with that, and I am wishing you guys all the very best. Take care. All right. Hello, Aquarius. How are you? Let's go ahead and see what area of your life this Virgo energy with Venus is offering you the most support. Okay, so you guys got 5th house. Capricorn also got 5th house. This here is about, you know, ultimately your happiness, your inner child, the things that bring you joy, your artistic abilities, talents, your creativity, your creative ability. Romance also falls in this house, but this is more about your happiness, okay? So with this Virgo Venus energy highlighting your 5th house for you, you may very well be combing through like everything in your life, like what makes you happy, what doesn't make you happy. Is there some creative talent or ability that lives within you, but you deny it and it's dying and screaming to get out? Have you just totally set yourself out from dating and romance because you've been really hurt? You know, Venus and Virgo is going to highlight this and, you know, ask you to really take a good long look and what changes can you make, and things will just stick out to you and you'll be like, oh, aha, makes perfect sense. So let's pull some tarot and see what comes out for you guys with this 5th house energy. We got the Knight of Cups right here. And in this position, this is about some love, Aquarius. And here we have the Ten of Pentacles. And on this side, it's like finally taking ourselves out of isolation, because here we have the Hierophant in this position, which is, I finally see the truth. This is a representation of Aphrodite right there. So, the goddess of love, right? And you're seeing beyond whatever was previously holding you back, okay? So, what I see here, Aquarius, is one of two things. Either there is a romance that you have kind of shelved, kept yourself isolated from for whatever reason, okay? And this Virgo Venus energy is causing you to really feel those emotions for that person. And you're like, okay, I want to come out of isolation. I'm ready for what awaits me. And, you know, this doesn't have to be a specific person. Some of you it is. With this being the cups, I think it being the cups is more of the representation of the energy itself, of what you're feeling. But it could also represent a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And with the Hierophant here, that could be a Taurus, okay? But what I get is either we're ready to like get back in the game, but this getting back in the game is more like the real thing. So if you've been like just kind of dating superficially, it's like we're now coming to a place of wanting a real commitment with somebody. And that could just be general energy. And with this being the next card, you're guaranteed that your willingness to be more open and vulnerable will reap you greater rewards than playing it safe or playing it just kind of on a superficial level, okay? For others of you, this is a very specific person that you've been holding back from, and you're coming out of isolation, and you'll be happy you did, because you're seeing the light, okay? When the Hierophant is in this position, if you've been really confused, just obstacles held back, like, I don't know, that's changing. Like Virgo brings all the fine details to the surface so you can really, really see them, okay? Now, for others of you, this here is more about your happiness or your creative talent and ability, and the suppression of that energy, where now that becomes like the cup you want to hold. You want happiness. You're willing to do whatever it takes, even change yourself. Because some of you with the Hierophant in this position, you're having a recognition of all the ways you have been holding yourself back and preventing love, happiness, or the expansion of your creative talents or artistic ability. Okay, Aquarius, so it's looking really good for you guys. You're going to see everything for what it truly is. And look at 5, 10, 5. So we have a 5 and a 10 here. This, to me, 5s are a challenge, 10 is the completion of the challenge, Aquarius, with this 5th house energy, whatever that represents for you specifically, okay? So let's get an overall outcome. And I think I saw in your love reading this week where like you had feelings for somebody, but they had more feelings for you, or kind of vice versa. That might all be cleared up with this Venus into Virgo. Oh, wow. So look at here. You guys have the dream. Something is revealed, insight, breakthrough. Pretty much everything I just said. And you want to know what, Aquarius? You see that beautiful full moon there while she sleeps. I think that this is indicative of your full moon on the 27th of July with that total lunar eclipse, the longest one of the century. And with that, something is revealed. There's an insight, a breakthrough. It could come through a dream. It could come through a friend. Also, this being the dream card with this 5th house energy, and these cards where we finally have the courage and the belief in ourselves, all the resources to take that step to make it finally real, make that dream real. Something about your Aquarius full moon is a part of this reading. So if you're feeling like in this dazed cloud, not sure what to do, where to go, why am I unhappy, you know, whatever it is for you, I would say by your full moon, that energy is really changing. And, you know, it's like you're going to have a dream about something. You feel like you have some sort of communication with an ancestor or passed on loved one. A really good friend in life might offer you something, or you might just be browsing YouTube and find some enlightening or inspirational video, and everything in it is just what you need. And it's like bam, bam, bam. It triggers you. And now here you are ready to offer your cup either to love, to romance, to your dream, to your creative talent and ability, your cup to your ultimate happiness. And you're seeing the way to do that. You have a breakthrough. Okay, so beautiful energy, Aquarius. If you require further guidance or clarity, go ahead and click on the timestamp for the deck you were most drawn to. Otherwise, I'm wishing you all the very best. Take care. Hello, Pisces. How are you? Good, I hope. Let's see which area of your life this this Venus into Virgo is offering the most support for you. All right. Ooh, yeah, baby. We like this, Pisces. This is your assets, finances, and the things you value. And the best part about this is Venus rules the second house of money, assets, and finances. So with this being highlighted for you guys, to me, this is where if you have been having a lot of money troubles, Virgo is going to, that Virgo energy in Venus is going to show you all the ways in which you need to improve your spending habits. It also will open your mind up to ideas of making more money, or inspire you to invest, or to maybe open yourself to a new job. So let's pull some tarot, Pisces, and see what's coming out with this second house energy. Why is that highlighted for Pisces? I hope it's good. It feels good to me, honestly, because Venus rules that house. Okay, so we had 3 cards fly out here. 4 cards, actually. Okay, so we have the Hierophant. We have the 5 of Swords. I'm sorry, the 5 of Wands. The Knight of Swords. And then we have the 8 of Cups. So, Pisces, listen here. This is good. This is really good energy. The very next card would actually be the 2 of Coins. You know, so it's either the right people are finally noticing you, you're finally getting the attention that you need to sell your product, to, you know, get a promotion, raise, whatever, or there are new opportunities coming in. This is the 2, you know, second house. So yes, this is definitely about your money, Pisces. Nothing else but money. And with the Hermit here, that is the card of Virgo. So to me, that's the universe saying that this energy with Venus into Virgo is very powerful for Pisces with this second house energy. And you know, you are in deep contemplation. You're really seeing either your spending habits, how you could make more money, how you could save money, how you can improve your vibration if you follow the law of attraction. You know, it's just all these different factors for each and every one of you, because this is a general reading, but we go into deep contemplation about this, okay? Because somewhere, somehow, some way, there's this internal battle. There's this internal struggle. It could be in your subconscious mind, where you have really been working from going from a perspective of lack to a perspective of abundance. Or this could be where you've got to go within and say, you know what, how can I discipline myself to have better spending habits? Or what creative talents and ideas do I have that could produce more money in my life? Or what could I do to step up my game at my job to bring more money? Some of you may be searching for really good investments, okay? But there's some sort of conflict or imbalance in our energy that we're in contemplation about. And then here, you know, the Knight of Swords in this position, this is where, you know, we're real with ourselves. There's clarity. And we're walking away from the inner conflict, okay? The imbalance of energy, whatever is holding us back, like we receive the clarity here and we're able to move on to something better. So to me, this is like moving on from the hard times, from not having support, from feeling like, you know, you have to make one penny stretch into like $10, say. Okay, so it's nice energy, Pisces, actually, to go from, like, to start here, and then, you know, here we are leaving the mountain because we've received the enlightenment that we needed. So this doesn't necessarily mean like this big chunk of money is coming to Pisces during Venus in Virgo. To me, what this is meaning is the conflict or the imbalance in your energy that's caused this stagnation of, you know, abundance somehow, some way. It's like you're walking away from that and the abundance is, you know, can flow in. So let's see what the overall outcome is here for you guys with this energy. We have rising above, clarity, freedom, solution. Yes, like I said, Pisces, to me, this is more about you guys figuring it out and knowing what you need to do and how to walk away from, you know, whatever this is for you. It's just like maybe some of you are self-employed and you've had some lack of motivation. You know, I could go on and on about what it is, but you're in contemplation about it because something is out of balance, something is not quite right, and you figure it out, Pisces. You know what to do. You find the solution. You come into the clarity, and that is, you know, what sets the stage for you to move forward and become more abundant and become more prosperous. So this Virgo Venus energy is more about contemplation for second house for Pisces, and coming into new ideas and solutions to create great improvement in that area of your life. So Pisces, if you require more guidance or clarity, go ahead and click on the timestamp for the deck you are most drawn to. I am wishing you all the best. Take care. Hi Aries, how are you? Let's go ahead and pull a card to see which area of your life this Virgo into Venus is offering the most support for you. All right, so you guys got the 7th house, and Venus is actually the ruler of the 7th house. This is the area about your life as long-term significant partners, romantic, business, or family. Okay, so your relationships are going to be very highlighted through this next few weeks, and it's like all details are really coming to the surface and sticking out to you. The good, the bad, the ugly, the pretty, like all of it. You're really going to be focused on all of your relationships, and this might be about, you know, Aries finding their tribe or new people coming in for Aries. This could be where we're mending some family relationships that have gone sour, some friendships that have gone sour. Okay, so we had 2 cards jump out there. This could be where, you know, maybe you haven't been dating for a while, and now we're going to really think about why that is, you know, because sometimes we don't really introspect about stuff and nothing changes. All right, so we have the 10 of Wands here, which this is a heavy load. So you may have been carrying the weight of a lot of different people, or just how you truly feel about a lot of different people, like keeping it within and not telling them the truth. Or even if you have a lot of friendships, it's like you're feeling really alone. Like, who's there to support me? Who's there for me, is what I'm seeing with that right there. Because next we have the Hierophant in this position, which is, you know, seeing the truth, seeing, you know, on this side, what's being said sounds really, really good, and it's for control and order, right? But on this side, it's like you see through that now, and you're like, yeah, no, like, you've been manipulating me. You've been emotionally controlling me to get what you want. Like, you are never, ever there for me. Okay, and look at this. We have the Hanged Man in this position. This is almost the same meaning as this, where there's no more illusion for you. Like, you really see the truth of the people in your life, their true agenda, whether they're on your side or not. And, you know, if you haven't been aware of this, you know, Virgo going into Venus, or I'm sorry, Venus going into Virgo, it's like it's really going to highlight it for you. Like, you can't turn away from it anymore. Even like people that you really want to, you know, keep in your life, it's just like you're seeing them for what they are, and you're like, man, I feel so alone because I am. But again, this could be where, you know, there's people returning to reconnect with Aries, saying, you know what, Aries, I am really sorry for what has happened in the past. And it's totally up to you, Aries, if you really want to reconcile those relationships or not. I personally feel like Aries is ready to set down like the current load of who they say are friends and family. Some of you, like, you're just ready to set it down and move on and look for new connections and relationships, like, that are more suited to who you are. Like, some of you may have had a big, profound change going on these last couple months, and now as we move through eclipse season, where you're just seeing things for what they are with all the relationships in your life. And you're not only seeing them for what they are, but you're also seeing you and who you are and what you bring, what you don't bring, your strengths, your weaknesses, all of it. Okay, it's like a huge overhaul for Aries in this relationship department. And look at here, this is the overall outcome and advice. Dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts. Yep. So Aries, you're just gonna see the truth for what it is, who has your back, who doesn't, the kind of friend and person you've been to other people, and any sort of changes that need to be made, you're willing to make them. Okay. And there is going to be some mending of some relationships. And some relationships you're just going to let go because you realize how alone you have truly felt in them, and, you know, they just haven't been there for you. So by the end of this, Venus being in Virgo, you're going to be in a much more sound place of peace of mind about who's in your tribe and who you've let go of, okay? So it's all about your relationships, Aries, over the next couple weeks. So if you require more guidance or clarity, go ahead and click on the timestamp for the deck you are most drawn to. Take care. Hello, Taurus. How are you? Let's go ahead and pull a card to see which area of your life is being highlighted with this Virgo into Venus. Or, I'm sorry, Venus into Virgo energy. Where are you being offered a support? All right, so you guys have the first house here. So Taurus, Virgo, Venus moving into Virgo is bringing an awareness and focus on yourself, who you are, what people think of you, you know, what you see when you look in the mirror. It's going to be very highlighted. Some of you may desire, just kind of out of nowhere, a lot of self-improvement. Like, I want to, you know, get more in shape. I want better health. I want to like who I am more. I want to love who I am. I want to look in the mirror and see somebody who I think is beautiful or attractive. Okay, it's like Taurus is focused on self, that first house energy. Everything that is entailed in that first house is being highlighted for Taurus, and it being highlighted, especially through this retrograde and eclipse season. It's like, what needs to go and what changes do you need to make, and you're going to feel motivated you know, to do what needs to be done for you to feel better about yourself, more connected to yourself. If you're somebody who's super shy, you're going to probably feel driven to want to be more outgoing. And what steps do I take? What books do I read? What meditations do I listen to? What psychology about myself do I need to understand? You know, that it's like that type of energy. So some of you, you know, just depending, because this is general, you may look at yourself and love yourself for the first time. You know, if you've been doing a lot of inner work and healing and release, you may be like, you know what, Taurus, you all right. You all right. All right, so we had the Six of Wands jump out, which we love. That is success. And this is like new ideas, you know, doing new things. And here we have the Five of Swords. So, Taurus, listen, because swords is, you know, air, it's mental energy, it's communication, I feel that this is more about your self-esteem and how you see yourself. And those of you who have been working really hard on that up to this point, like you're finally having some serious success and breakthrough during this next couple weeks. And you're going to get rid of the people and relationships and situations and even thoughts that make you feel bad about who you are, okay? Because this is like, you know, somebody always having to have the upper hand, somebody always having to win, to have the last word, and that's had a negative effect on you somehow, some way. Now, since this is a general reading, this could mean for some of you that this is who you have been, this type of person, very stubborn, has to be my way, I always have to have the last word, and, you know, it's created some destruction in some of your relationships. And through, you know, this Venus going into Virgo, you're seeing that attribute of yourself, but not in a way of, oh my God, I suck, but oh my God, I totally see that, and I know what I need to do to change that, like, because that's not really who I am. Like, I don't even know why I'm acting that way, okay? But for others of you, it's really about getting rid of thoughts that don't serve you and being so aware of them. And it's not like you're trying to, this is just energy that's happening. But I see improvement to Taurus in that first house. So look up the first house. There is success, definitely, for Taurus. Much happiness, much more self-esteem and feeling better about who you are. Yeah, look at this. This is the outcome, attachment, letting go, restriction, fear. This is you letting go of this energy, whether it's energy, you know, people portray onto you through what they say to you, or the negative and lower thoughts you say to yourself about yourself, okay? It's letting go of that energy, or people in relationships that really bring you down, always make you feel bad, always nitpicking who you are, never complimenting you, never, you know, being there for you, just really kind of sucking you dry. You are letting go of that energy. And if you've been holding on to this just in your mind, like people that have really just kind of screwed you over and stuff, again, you are letting it go over these next couple weeks, because you're realizing how it affects you and your self-esteem, and you're realizing that you're all right. You look good, Taurus. So those are your messages. If you require more guidance or clarity, go ahead and click on the time stamp for the deck you are most drawn to. Take care. Hi, Gemini. How are you? Let's go ahead and see which area of your life you're being offered the support the most of Venus moving into Virgo. All right, so you guys have the third house. This is actually your house. This is about your communication and also, you know, things that you're learning. So perhaps some of you, because, you know, truths and details are really being brought to the surface, you're able to see them. This might be where you're going have a great awareness of your own communication style and where you may need to improve it, or, you know, the communications that you're having with other people, and, you know, things that are being said to you that are maybe not truthful, or things that aren't being said to you in certain conversations. It's, you know, this is the house of learning and communication. So there's something going on here for Gemini. Let's pull some tarot and see what comes out. This might be where we're finally going to have all these conversations that maybe we have been too afraid to have, or we just haven't wanted to deal with having them. But this, to me, feels more about communication than learning. If we're learning anything, it's more about hindsight, like looking back upon something and being like, oh my god, I totally understand it. That makes complete sense now. Like, I totally get it. Like, that type of energy. Yeah, because look at here. This is the Hermit. On this side, we're not communicating. On this side, truth's coming out. We can't deny it anymore. If somebody's been lying to you, you're like, look, I'm just about to call you out. I can't deal with this. If you've been lying to yourself, it's like you can't anymore. The truth is surfacing from within you. The Hermit is a very spiritual card. But on this side, it's like the truth prevails, and we must communicate ourselves. And I see it there. And, you know, this is the card of Virgo. So very strong for you guys, this Venus and Virgo energy, because Virgo came out first. And look at this. We have the Tower here. So yeah, some of you, this is that like hindsight 2020, where you're like, oh my god, I totally see why this didn't work out. I see what I didn't say and I should have said, or I see what I said wrong, or I understand what they were really trying to convey to me now. It's like there was confusion in communication, a lack of understanding and proper perception for you with the person, with the situation, just overall in general about your life. Now we have the Two of Cups. So this has a lot to do with, you know, communication between you and another person specifically. And it could be about anything. This could be a friend. This could be a coworker. This could be a sibling. It could be a family member. It could be a lover. It's just like a conversation is finally being had, or you're finally coming into this like deep understanding about things that were said in the past or weren't said, and what it all means, or what it really meant back then, but you didn't like grasp it then for whatever reasons. So very interesting. It's all about the communications, Gemini. All right, look at this. Winter's End, regeneration, rebirth, positive outcomes. So this is your outcome card. And what I see here is either we're having this great introspection about these conversations and communications of the past, or things that weren't said, and we're coming into an understanding now, which frees us to move forward. We're not feeling bad anymore. We're like, oh my god, I totally get it. I totally see it for what it was or what it is. Or, oh my god, that person was holding back their feelings. Like, it's just like an aha. But the Tower on this side, again, it's not happening right now. This is something that's happened before, and you're finally coming into the understanding. And it's some of you, a conversation is going to take place, maybe with one or several people. For others of you, this is just the understanding finally coming full circle for you. But we have a positive outcome either way. All right, Gemini? So if you require further guidance or clarity, go ahead and click on the deck you are most drawn to below. Otherwise, I'm wishing you all the best. Take care. Hello, Cancer. How are you? Let's go ahead and see which area of your life this Venus into Virgo is offering the most support. All right. Ooh, we have the 12th house. Cancer. So far, you guys are the only ones that have received this. Have 4 more readings after you. This is the area of your life that is overwhelming. You yield to a greater cause or power. To me, the 12th house coming out for you guys is really about a focus coming to your life journey, your life purpose, your path, all the things that have happened up to this point, your karma, what you give versus what you feel you receive. It's just like a deep review with that 12th house, because we might need to clean up some vibrations for like our harvest, our manifestation that we've been working on. So let's pull some tarot to see exactly what this 12th house is pointing to. All right, so we have the 5 of Cups, we have the Death card, and we have the Ace of Cups. Okay, so Cancer, this is pretty straightforward. There's some of you are dwelling on something that was very close to your heart, and some of you, yes, it was romantic, but this is 12th house energy we're talking about here, okay? So it could really be anything for you guys, but what I see is a great sense of sadness for something that ended, because we have the 5 of Cups, and then we have the Death card, and we have the Ace of Cups. We're very sad about the ending to something that we loved very much, that we treasured and valued very much. And Venus moving into Virgo is bringing awareness to this energy. And to me, I feel that, you know, the 12th house is the completion, right? It's the end of the cycle. And the Ace is the new beginning. So, Cancer, I see you sorting out this energy, which is opening the space for something new that you will love very much to come in. Okay, and what that is for each and every one of you, again, is something different. This just feels very like delicate. Whatever it was that you lost, and it brought you a great deal of pain. Oh, look at, do you see that? That's your outcome. Oh, we like that. That's really nice. Eternal love, happiness, harmony, fulfillment. Yes, Cancer. So the Ace is the speaking of a new beginning. Out of tragedy, something new and beautiful is born that is bringing you a great deal of happiness. And some of you, I don't know, this could have something to do with like a baby. Not like you lost a baby, but more like if you are, okay, so if you were like a female, it's like maybe you and the baby's father like ended, or he's completely out of your life. Or if you are a male and you know, you have a female who is pregnant with your child, it's like that has ended and she is not in your life. Okay, some of you, that could definitely be the case, but I feel like that will change. Or if there's a lot of disconnection and sadness in a family, it's like the birth of a child is the thing that reconnects, okay, which brings about this eternal happiness. So obviously that won't resonate for all of you, but for some of you, that is like what's going on here, is like this child will reconnect everybody. And for others of you, it's, you know, here's the sadness, it's now leaving, okay, because we're in the 12th house. Here's this new beginning attached to the eternal happiness, which means, Cancer, you are moving into a period of harmony and fulfillment. And so if you require further guidance or clarity, go ahead and click on the timestamp for the deck you are most drawn to. Otherwise, I'm wishing you all the best. Take care, Cancer. Hi, Leo. How are you? I'm going to pull a card here to see what area of your life this Venus into Virgo is offering the most support for you. All right, so you guys got the third house. This Gemini also received this card. So if you're a rising Gemini or a Gemini moon, this will probably be very significant for you. This here is all about communication and learning. And what I saw in Geminis was conversations that need to take place, or coming into a full understanding of conversations and what was really being said in the past. So Leo, Virgo, Venus being in Virgo is really highlighting your communication skills and you having a greater understanding of like what's being said to you, or what was said to you in the past and the true meaning behind it, or what wasn't said to you in the past, and like coming into the understanding of things making sense. All right, so let's pull some tarot and see what comes out with that. Definitely about some conversations, Leo. With this card, there's a bit of history attached to the conversation that took place, or whatever happened in a deceitful way, because this is, on this side, this is all about shady energy. And on this side, it's like the person didn't realize the harm they were causing. And that could be the person that this is attached to for you. They didn't realize the harm they were doing in what they said to you, or you didn't realize the harm you were doing in what you said to them. All right. But now with this coming out, it's like, it's time to lay all of our cards out on the table and have a conversation and discuss things. So this could be with one specific person, or this could be overall in general. All right, because the next card is this Four of Cups, or this Four of Wands, which is about happiness. It's about celebration. It's about merriment. And look here, now we have the Three of Cups, which is more celebration and happiness. So Leo, it's like you guys are having conversations, I feel like, to clear the air. And it could be with one person or multiple people, or you're finally really understanding what was truly said to you, or what something truly meant in a conversation, and it's bringing you happiness. But what I see mostly is Leo having conversations, and that restoring relationships, or bringing about like a happy outcome and conclusion. And some of you, this could be where there's some sort of like event or something that you're going to, and you run into a person, and it's like you guys just have this conversation and it clears the air. So it's all about communication and clearing the air for Leo. And your outcome is the Gaia card, which wisdom, knowledge, spiritual understanding. Yeah, there's a great healing coming for Leo through communication and conversation, and also a deeper understanding about what was said to you in the past. You may have taken something in like a really bad way, but it wasn't intended as such, or maybe you said something to somebody and they took it really badly, and you had no idea this whole time, and now it's all coming out and we're clearing the air and all is well. Or you could have been holding back, hey, what you said really, really offended me and hurt me. And again, we're clearing the air. It's all coming out. We're coming into deeper understanding, and we're handling it in a very mature, professional, spiritual way, which ultimately brings us great happiness and improvement to our communication in general. So, Leo, those are your messages. If you require more guidance or clarity, go ahead and click on the timestamp for the deck you are most drawn to. Take care. Hi, Virgo. How are you? Let's go ahead and pull a card to see what area of your life Venus is offering support, since she has jumped into your sign. Ooh, she's giving you support in that 9th house. I think this has been coming out for Virgo. This is about your spirituality, hiring your education, long-term travel, a long journey. That's what's being highlighted here. So we're really thinking about one of these areas as Venus is in your sign, okay? To me, this is all about spirituality. Like you're just really gonna, I feel, get kind of diligent with yourself. Like I'm gonna really change my daily routine. If you're just learning about the law of attraction, it's like I'm gonna follow these things to a T. If you're like adopting a new religion, like you're really immersing yourself in it. It's whatever Virgo is doing for the enlightenment, expansion of their soul. It's like you are really jumping in and doing it tenfold while Venus is in your sign. Yeah, because we have this 8 of Swords, this Ace of Swords, and now we have the Lovers. So because this is 9th house, to me, what I'm feeling is, you know, there's been some restriction. You've been really held back in your spiritual growth. Like, in some of you may be aware of this, others of you not, like that you've had this barrier around you, but for purpose, right? It could be where your head and your heart are not in sync about what you believe spiritually, okay? It could be 100% about your soul and afterlife and all of that, but it could be attached to a very specific romantic relationship where it has you questioning and feeling confused about everything, about your faith, about your belief in yourself, you know, what is love, like all of that stuff. But with Venus moving into your sign, Virgo, that brings you utter clarity. Look, 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords would be a 9, I'm sorry, 8 of Swords, Ace of Swords, that's 9. This is the 9th house. So you are finally receiving clarity and understanding about a romantic situation that you may have been feeling very blocked, confused, foggy. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. It's like you're finally going to come into the understanding of what you need to do, what you need to know. The Ace of Swords on that side is new beginnings. It's freedom. It's clarity. It's solution. It's consciousness expansion. Finally, heart and mind are in sync. Okay, Virgo? So this looks awesome. This is going to be a very empowering time for you with Venus being in your sign. And look at, this is the outcome right here. Reconnecting with your true nature. Yep. So some of you, this is 100% about your spirituality and your faith and your belief, and we're taking a huge leap. We're having a huge expansion in our consciousness. Others of you, this is about romance or a very specific person. But no matter what it is, there's great healing being bestowed upon Virgo emotionally, spiritually, and your faith. So Virgo, those are very beautiful messages for you guys. If you require further guidance or clarity, go ahead and click on the timestamp for the deck you are most drawn to. Take care. Hello, Libra. How are you? Let's go ahead and pull a card to see which area of your life this Venus moving into Virgo is offering the most support for you. All right, so you guys have 5th house. So Libra, this is about your happiness, your inner child, your creative abilities, artistic talents, things that you are proud of, things you create that you are proud of, your romantic side, you know, all that really feel good, nice energy of all the things that encompass your happiness. So your happiness, Libra, is coming into great focus while Venus is in Virgo. So especially in the romantic department, as well as any sort of creative project or dream that you're trying to achieve. Like, we're really focused there. Am I happy in my partnership? Am I happy being single? Am I happy with the dating scene? Am I happy with the work I'm creating with my talents, you know? So let's see what the tarot adds. All right, so we have the Eight of Wands. Some of you, this is like a burst of creative energy coming right into your life. Oh my God, yeah. And with that said, here's the ultimate card that speaks of that. So we have Eight of Wands, Ace of Wands, and now we have the Hanged Man. Oh my God, gorgeous, Libra. Holy cow. What I see here is, you know, if you've been trying to like promote your product, your creative talent or ability, you're on social media, something like that, it's like Venus being in Virgo is bringing you new energy, communication, you know, fans, subscribers, new ideas. If you've been just like completely tapped dry of any fresh idea, if you're a very creative person and that's how you make your living, it's like you're breaking through that, okay? You guys, if you've been very unhappy, whatever all this wands energy is, and that's like intense energy, but it's good. These are really good energies coming in. It's like it's allowing you to see why you're not happy, what it is about yourself that's been holding you back, okay? And new offers, new opportunities, new creative potential, new sexual romances, you know, it's looking good. Yeah, and here's your overall outcome. Liberation, breaking free from a negative attachment. So Libra, your guys' readings have just been really zesty and saucy and like just good lately. So it doesn't stop here. Like, there's more lovely energy rolling in for you guys, and you're really seeing beyond the veil and coming into some deep understanding. Some of you are going to just receive some really good ideas from the ethers of the non-physical. So Libra, those are your messages for Venus into Virgo. If you require further guidance or clarity, go ahead and click on the timestamp for the deck you are most drawn to. Otherwise, take care. Hello, Scorpio. Let's go ahead and pull a card and see which area of your life this Venus into Virgo is offering the most support for you. All right, so you guys have 9th house. Virgo also received this card. This is about spirituality or expanding your education or long-term travel or going on a very long journey. And for you guys, this is the area of your life that's being highlighted by Venus moving into Virgo. So some of you, this could be where we're having like a spiritual awakening, a spiritual expansion. We are really changing our belief systems. Okay, so we just had 3 cards fly out. So we have the Four of Pentacle, the Four of Cup, and the Empress. So with this energy right away, Scorpio, many of you are really thinking of expanding your education, you know, to like make more money, because this is missed opportunities right here, okay? And so you're feeling as though maybe you don't have the proper education to make the money that you truly desire, to have the abundance that you truly desire, okay? You feel like there's opportunities that you're missing out on, or that you can't even qualify for because you don't have the credentials. And if you are deciding to return to, you know, expand your education or get certified in a certain profession or field, you will have great success with that. You will have abundance with that, Scorpio. Others of you are really now in this contemplation mode of, you know, the material versus the spiritual. Like, how do I balance the two? You know, it's like some of you are wanting to live your life more focused on a spiritual way of like being. Maybe even have a spiritually based practice of some kind. I see success with that if that's what you're feeling. It's just like I want to really expand myself so I can professionally rise, or I want to leave the corporate and work world behind in the essence that I know it, because my true calling is something very spiritual, a spiritual gift to share with others. So yeah, look at this. Here's your outcome advice. We have moonlight and perception, travel, romance, potential, beyond the veil of illusion. So the fact that the actual only card that really speaks about travel popped out, Scorpio, some of you are going to decide to go on some sort of long journey, or you're going on like a cruise or some long extended vacation, maybe even like 4 weeks in during this Virgo, Venus into Virgo, and perhaps on this getaway, you are going to have just a really profound, deep spiritual awakening, okay? Because I do see that traveling brings about a big shift in perception about your spirituality, about who you are, about other people, about your place in this world, okay? Others of you, this is, you know, talking about that potential of climbing higher in the professional world, and you're coming into the understanding like, I need to expand my education. And if that's a calling that you're feeling, definitely go with it, Scorpio, because there's great potential in you and there's a lot of success up ahead for you. And you know, this Venus moving into Virgo is highlighting all of that for you, so that you have the courage and belief and confidence in yourself to push through and know that you can make it true for you. So Scorpio, those are your messages. If you require further guidance or clarity, go ahead and click on the timestamp for the deck you are most drawn to. Okay, so let's see what the Wicca Deck has to add to your reading. What further guidance or advice is being offered. All right, so we have the familiar. This here is telling you to really pay attention to the insects and animals that make their way into your life and continually reappear and appear and appear and appear over and over again, because that particular insect or animal is trying to bring you a spirit message. Okay, so there may be more than one. Pay attention, and if you don't know what a specific message is associated to an animal or insect, you can Google it, and there's many different sites out there that offer information. Some of you, this may be the calling to finally connect with your animal guide if you have not done so already. Okay. So let's see what the Madame Endora Fortune has to add for advice. All right, let your intentions be known. This is saying don't hold back, all right? Gemini and Leo were super highlighted on communication and having conversations and speaking their heart and speaking their truth. So if you are a Leo or a Gemini, this is a mega confirmation that it's time to have conversations and communications. For everybody else, this is very clear. Let your intentions be known. Don't beat around the bush. Be 100% straight up and straight out with it, okay? And if somebody's coming at you, demand the same. You know, what are your intentions? What do you want from me? Be straight, be real, or we're not going to even talk, okay? So assert yourself, be very clear, in what you want and what your intentions are, okay? Okay, so let's see what wisdom of the house of the night has to offer. Ooh, we have visions. So this is saying really pay attention to your dream time. Aquarius had that. So if you're an Aquarius, this is a super confirmation from your reading. If you are not an Aquarius, this is saying really pay attention to your intuition. Pay attention to the thoughts that are coming to you, the visions you're having, things that are coming to you in your dreams, okay? And also, the Aquarius full moon, total lunar eclipse, is perhaps going to yield the final answer to your question, or, you know, the manifestation comes in that time. You're going to have a vision or just a feeling about something very strongly, and it's going to come to pass, okay? And this is your confirmation of that. So those are your messages for Venus in Venus into Virgo. I am wishing you guys all the very best. Take care.